Hi everyone, welcome to or back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Sammy and I like to yap about books. And today I'm excited because I am coming to you from my book Nook. And if you watched my 2025 reading wrap up, you'll know that I only just had the idea to make this. So I'm really excited that it's practically done. So before I carry on, I do just want to thank two people in particular, because without them this wouldn't have happened so quickly, especially with the way my hands are at the moment. And that is my sister Laura and my husband Pete. So massive thank you to you both if you are watching. Now I do have some reading updates for you, which I'll do in a second, but this vlog is mainly going to be like a making of the book Nook, and I take you on a trip to IKEA, so we'll get to that shortly. Now I just want to go through 3 books that I've started the year off with. So I started off the year by reading Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson, and oh my goodness, what a way to start the reading year. This book had me hooked. It's only 200 pages, and it is short, it is sharp, it is snappy, and oh my gosh, the ending. So in this book we follow Rue, and she goes to a farmer's market one weekend and finds Ash, who runs a stall at the farmer's market, and on her stall she sells things like candles, honey, cupcakes, soaps, and I think they mention ceramic pots for plants that she also provides. And she becomes infatuated. Now Rue has always been attracted to males, so this kind of explores her really questioning her sexuality, and she gets into a relationship with Ash, and it doesn't take long for the red flags to start popping up. There are things about Ash that just don't quite make sense. Now I absolutely loved the way this is written. I could really visualise what was happening, and I absolutely love that in a book. I did have an inkling of where this was going, but how it ends was a shocker. I didn't expect it to be so brutal, I think. I went into this knowing it was a horror book, but I think about 70% of the book reads quite almost like a thriller kind of thing, and I would really recommend this book even if you're not into horror, because there are only, I would say, maybe 2 scenes where it gets a bit more, it like ups the ante and it gets more gory, but it's not done in a way that is like unbearable or full on, I would say. So I would definitely recommend this, especially if you're into darker romances, because this is one of those ones where you just get hooked. I could not put this down. I loved this so much. So that was a really good way to start the year. Now, my first audiobook of the year was Nosferatu by Joe Hill, and I listened to this on BookBeats, and this is a long one. It times in at 19 hours and 50 minutes, and I listened to my audiobooks at in between 1.5 and 2 times speed, and I still found it quite slow and sluggish, which is a shame. I have had this on my TBR for a little while, and the premise of the story is really interesting. So it's about a man who abducts children and takes them to a place called Christmasland. And Christmasland is like your OTT kind of winter wonderland on LSD kind of thing. It's all Christmas. You get to unwrap your presents every morning. You don't have to do anything you don't want. You get to eat candy all the time. And it's just a place where your parents have no control over you, but that's because your parents aren't with you. I don't know how to describe what happens in this book very well. I tried to explain it to Pete the other night and I just really struggled. And I think that's one of the reasons why I struggled a little bit with this book. There is so much going on. There are so many characters and so many kind of story threads that I just found it was a bit busy, and I didn't really enjoy it because of that. So I think if it had followed the main male character, who is the guy who drives Nosferatu, I feel like that would have been better. But for me, it was just a bit long-winded. I mean, like I said, there were points where I was like, oh my gosh, this is really good. And as a horror, it was great. There's one scene in particular, and it's towards the very end. And it's not really a spoiler, I guess, but a mother basically has to go and try and get her child back from Christmasland before he fully submits, I guess, to the process of being inducted into Christmasland. And this scene, she's on a motorbike, she's trying to get her kid to come with her and escape, and there is like this army of creepy children, and it's stuck in my mind. I mean, I read this last week, I think it was, and it's stuck in my head. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of the book, unfortunately, was not needed, and I don't feel like it added to the story. So yeah, I struggled a little bit with that one. I gave it a 2.5 because there were some really good bits, but again, mostly it was me going, can we just get to the point now? So yeah, but first audiobook of the year, not so good. I am currently listening to The Butcher's Daughter, which is a story about how Mrs. Lovett became the famous pie maker that we all know about. And I started it today, and I think I'm about 70 or 80% through, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's so good. It's very much about her life and what led her to the point of meeting Sweeney Todd and doing what they do. And yeah, it's quite sad actually, but it's really good. It's one of those ones where, and again, it's one of those ones where I can envision the place, I can envision the people, and I'm really enjoying it. So I will hopefully finish that tomorrow. And I haven't picked my next audiobook after that, so we'll see what happens there. Okay, and my last little update for you is the book that I'm currently reading, which is Diavola by Jennifer Thorne. Now, I am absolutely loving this. When I first picked this book up, I read 80 pages in one evening because I was just hooked. I am currently 116 pages in. It's not a very big book either. I believe it's about 300 pages. Let me see. 322 pages. So it's not a big book, but I'm loving it. So this book is about a family who go on holiday. They rent out a villa, and pretty much as soon as they get there, there is weird stuff going on. They see silhouettes of people in the windows, they hear voices, they hear laughter, they have weird dreams, and there is a tower that they have been told not to go into, and needless to say they go into it, and there's nothing in there. And suddenly though, things start to get ramped up a little bit, and people are starting to get hurt, and yeah, people are starting to have weird visions where they can see things, see scenes almost in a room in front of them that have happened, or that's what I think anyway. And I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. And again, this is another book. I can see it in my mind. I can see what's happening. And I also love the family dynamic in this book, because it's just like, it's just typical family drama, and I love it. And yeah, I'm really interested to see where this book goes. This book has been on my TBR for so long, so to finally get around to it is really good. And it's on my winter hopefuls, which I'm doing really well on, by the way. I think I'm on my 5th book. Let me just check. Let me see. Winter hopefuls, where are you? So I am 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my 5th book from my winter hopefuls. I'm actually doing it. I'm sticking to a hopefuls list, guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but anyway, I'm going to stop yapping so that I can show you how this was made and take you on a trip to IKEA with us. So yeah, enjoy. I'm going to wrap things up there for now, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and come and say hi, leave a comment and give me a follow if you want more bookish life goodness. So yeah, I will see you in the next one, and I hope you're all doing well. See you later. Bye.